how do you stay alive in this bear market?
Agents will always be better than humans to create DeFi yield.
Do you feel like agentic future is a hard sell?
I mean, shit can happen. It's good for the whole industry.
All right, everyone, welcome to Wolf Brutally Honest podcast. We are a high agency firm building exceptional crypto products. My name is Alex, and today we're sitting down with Paul Laulan, co-founder and technical mind behind Zyfi. Paul is a Paris-based engineer who has worn almost every hat in the space, from product management, DevRel, building institutional-grade DeFi infrastructure. We actually first crossed paths at ECC, introduced by our mutual friends Leopold. Shout out Leopold. And that's the first question I want to ask. On ECC, there are many new projects, but it seems like it's like a third or fourth year at Zyfi. So how do you stay alive in this bear market?
Yeah. So yeah, thanks first of all for the invitation. And yeah, of course, regarding ECC, we pivoted a bit the project. So we were here for Zyfi, so without AI at the end, which was mainly around account abstraction stuff on zk Sync. So we basically built an infrastructure product, which were here to basically provide to companies to pay with any token as gas. And after we switch 1 year, 1 year and a half to Zyfi, which is an agent which is managing rebalancing for you. And we have built all the DeFi infrastructure around it with smart wallets because we were having a big knowledge around smart accounts, paymaster and all. And so we wanted really to push the account abstraction stuff because we're really trusting that field. And to answer your question, I think the best things to do to survive these markets and be there for multiple years is to be always curious, always execute really, really fast. If you don't execute fast in that field, it will be really hard for you to stay alive. So yeah, I think that the best I would say advice to say to people which are building in that space because it's moving really, really fast.
Yeah, stay alive and keep pivoting till you find the right strategy.
Exactly.
And Paul is the one that who you should be taking advice from, because I see that you guys keep on developing, hiring new people. So it's kind of rare in this market. Paul, you said that humans can't compete with on-chain yield agents. Can you explain the logic behind that?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, at Zyfi, we in the on-chain capital allocation field, in DeFi, there is around 20 billion which is managed there. There is two type of on-chain capital allocator. There is the vault, where you will just deposit your funds. It's like an hedge funds in traditional finance. So you are depositing, they are managing your funds, and will do all the stuff regarding rebalancing and find the best opportunities for you. And you have the SMA, so the separately managed account, where you're having your own account and someone is basically managing it for you. And on Zyfi, we are doing this on chain, where you're coming with your EOA, so basically a MetaMask or Rabi. You're deploying a Gnosis Safe contract, which is your own contract, which is shared with anybody else. And we are basically signing a session key when you're doing the onboarding, which is granting access to only specific smart contracts and DeFi pools. And I think we have seen with all the acts happening that you are kinda, and even if it's bad to say that, you are kinda never safe, at 100%. You always need to monitor the TVL, the incentives, the liquidity, and this has been true for every type of protocol, even the strongest one, for example, Morpho and very recently. So why this? The agents like Zyfi are way better than humans to manage DeFi yield is because of all of these reasons, and because it's going really, really fast in that field. We firstly built this product with the objective to optimize yield, but at the end it become a security first product, where we are mainly protecting the principle of users faster than anyone can do. For example, I have two main examples. For example, Stream Finance, which is a stablecoin issuer which they pegged during the night. And at this specific time, we were having people which were like deposit USDC on Zyfi. But like when you are depositing into a vault, you need to monitor the liquidity to withdraw from this vault. And we are not directly like exposed to USR, like the stablecoin behind result, but basically like people with some USR was able like to borrow some USDC. And so if there is no liquidity, you can't like go out of the vault. It's what we call the liquidity trap. So basically like the agents have been able like to spot the DPay and do the rebalancing to basically be out before anyone else. So in that sense, yeah, agents will always be better than humans to create DeFi yield. So yeah, I think that's the best example, and we have seen this with many protocols. For Aave and KelpDAO, it was a bit different, but kinda the same in the way that the person who attack the hacker, I basically like borrow some real assets against non-pegged assets. So for example, for USR, because like he minted a lot of USR token, which was worth nothing without any collateral behind. And same for Kelp DAO, where the RSTs was like mainly fake behind, and he was able like to borrow the max amount. So it was always a matter of liquidity present in the pool, in the lending borrowing pool. And in that sense, we were also able, like all the agents at Zyfi were able like to be out of wrap his position on all the networks
Yeah,
available.
that was actually my second question. So you know on which podcast you are brutally honest, right? So
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like in DeFi, especially recently, the most dangerous moments or Black Swan events, if your agency is like a low risk, full yielding, 12% and rebalances into it as an exploit begins. So in this case, your autonomous speed actually is just a liability.
You mean like if the API is going higher and everyone is rebalancing there?
So you want yes, so you want to rebalance some pool yielding, right? But
Yeah,
there is exploit happening
yeah, yeah,
as your agent is trying to rebalance like and and maximum speed possible. So
yeah,
how do you prevent, this for the
yeah,
agents?
yeah. So there is two things. The first one is like we are not integrating any pools if we don't know the collateral behind it. And so if it's matter of collaterals or liquidity, so because like when there is an exploit, you have like a DPEG or you have like no liquidity in that pool. So we'll never rebalance somewhere where there is no liquidity. So this is the first thing. And also like regarding the API data, we we are storing like all the pools and all the protocol we have. We have like more than 50 pools we are monitoring, and we are storing all the data around it. And so we have a quant team which is working on the TVL and API checks. And even if the pool is not hacked or whatever or exploits, if the pool is like getting a really high APY, it will never rebalance like the day after or like the week after or 2 weeks after. It will wait until it's stabilized. And same for the TVL. We have like some mathematical equation between the TVL and APY, which means like if the TVL hasn't been stable in the past 14 days, which means like, for example, if there is an exploit, there will be like a huge drop in TVL. Like it's a basically an economic, like, I would say effect of an exploit. This will be flagged as well. And so that's why it will not rebalance there. And yeah, also there are the RWAs where
What do you mean by quad race?
like, like when you are coming on Zyfi, so you're deploying your smart wallets, you're signing the session keys, and this session key is giving you access to specific smart contracts. So I mean like rebalancing. So the agents can't do anything besides just rebalancing between the different pools and the different contracts. And this is basically like totally like constrained on chain. And so if there is like some pools which are hackable and which are live on Zyfi, we can like as a team like delist these opportunities from a multi-sig. So this is basically explained
So there
in
is
the
still
docs.
humans are involved on the background.
Of course, like for the like there is two step of whitelisting, which means like you are the full owner of the underlying account. You can choose, like, for example, I don't want to be exposed to Morpho, or I don't want to be exposed to Aave because I'm not trusting this protocol. I just want to be exposed to this pool, this pool, this pool. So this is the second layer, like, of whitelisting, because like you can choose where you want your funds to go. And the first layer is us with the curation team, where we are whitelisting or delisting some pools. So which means like you have like two layers of risk. And for the whitelisting and delisting of pool on Zyfi, we have a role on this. And yes, there is a human, which is like basically the Zyfi team, which is controlling what is available on the application. And so this is something we can control and we can remove also if there is an exploit or whatever. And so this we can like basically like remove it from on-chain contracts. For example, it has been the case for Resolve exposed pool, for Aave exposed pool, and everything is like totally transparent. Like if you are going on like risk.ziv.ai, we have built a website just for the risk part. We have like the session key registry, which is like showing you like what are the smart contracts which are allowed, and also the TVL of all Zyfi agents across all of the pools. So yeah.
Appreciate the way that you're explaining. It's not very technical, even if you have a technical background.
Yeah.
But let's talk about something positive. You
Yeah, sure.
recently, for a change, right? In this
Yeah.
market, we need to find positive things. So you recently presented Zyfi at Ledger. So when you're standing in the room full of people that built the world's most famous hardware wallet, do you feel like agentic future is a hard sell?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Because like, for example, so to just give some context, it was really an event organized at Ledger around OpenClaw. So it was basically directly created to agents. And I'm really feeling like the world right now is pushing into this AI direction and really want to create like products on it and like want autonomization everywhere, which is a good thing, but this needs to come with security. That's why it was making sense with Ledger. And yeah, when I have done this presentation, I've also learned a lot regarding like how they're approaching the security side of things, because they just released like an MCP and a CLI at
Sorry,
Ledger,
what is MCP?
model context protocol. So you can basically like having all the tools on a server, which can call like your basically your backend as a product, and you can have like all the information about it. And so this is directly like compatible with any like Claude codex or whatever agent you are using. And at Zyfi, we are also compatible to that. Like we have an MCP server. We have also the CLI, which is live. We have also an open close kill, which is which is available on ClowHub. And so it was also like the purpose of this call at Ledger, to show like how people can use Zyfi with their OpenClaw agents, because this gets like a lot of traction, and we saw it like just by the GitHub stars on the OpenClaw repo. And yeah, I'm really feeling like people are mainly bullish on that. And Zyfi is totally ready for this adoption. We are also seeing a lot of interest around the stablecoins and the payments infrastructure. And like Zyfi is here like for the long run, because it can be compatible with all of these like field which are actually live and which will be built in the future.
Yeah. I feel like in our industry, we are always like dreamers in a way and visionaries, right? In everything that we do, that we build, because we want to build for the future, not for the past. But there was this fun part, a fun video that I saw that when you finally went outside for a party and you see a world full of people that doesn't know anything about agents or AI or cloud coding, but I feel like the in this case the adoption is inevitable. We see it for businesses, we see it for people, because it just simplifies your life, and especially in terms of finance and yield. It's the most responsible, in my opinion, one of the most responsible things that agents can do, but it's also the most rewarding. So we are
Yeah.
in difficult business.
Yeah,
But
it's
talking about,
yeah, it's
sorry.
I mean like to answer what you just say, like I think like there is a huge gap still. Like it's a purpose of this podcast. It's to be brutally honest. Like I mean, right now we are just building for Web3 users. Like I need to be honest. Like for now we are just having users which know what blockchain are, which know what stablecoins are, all like lending markets, money markets, everything is working, which is pretty technical. Like in a sense, like when you think about it, when you're taking a step back, like you're looking at it and like when you are just saying like the name stablecoins for like 99% of people on the earth, it says nothing. So I think there is still this gap we need to fill. And I think like Neobanks will push this. And we are also partnering with some like partners like that, which will manage like the onboarding of users, you know. But I think there is still this gap where crypto and the efficiency of DeFi is not adopted at all. And I really trusting the fact that in the future, like be able like to just like generate yield and like do atomic transaction. For example, it's impossible to think about some rebalancing which are happening like as fast as it can happen on the DeFi space. Like you can switch from pools to pools like 24 times a day, and this would just improve your yield for gas fees, which is really really low. I'm thinking about L2s, for example, here, and this is basically like not possible like in the traditional finance. And yeah, to I see, I'm really trusting the
Finance, you
fact that
can deposit and you cannot take it out for a year. Like, there are some contracts for that.
yeah,
In
yeah,
DeFi,
exactly.
it's kind of opposite.
Yeah. That's why I think like the efficiency of DeFi will find is public. Yeah, also like as maybe we can talk this after, but regarding like RWAs and all which are coming on chain, which will like be able like to interact at the blockchain speed with the benefits of TradFi. That can be
Yeah, it's
good
funny
as well.
how we talk about neobanks, but I remember even in Paris conference, there was very few of neobanks. Like there were some, like, but if you go, obviously it's a crypto conference, you don't expect most of them. But right now, it's just like slowly people starting they realize the benefits. People outside of Web3. Okay, have you seen the Founder movie about McDonald's?
Yeah, some people told me about it. I think he stole something or something like this,
So it's
but
a
I didn't see it.
it's a nice movie. It's like I think it's a biography of the person who, spoiler alert, he was not the creator of the brand, but he was the one who was really popularized it. So he got to the bank and he was trying to take a loan because he had really thin margins on his restaurants. And so he met a person and said, Mr. Rock, I don't remember what I was like, Rock or Ray, something like Ray, you're in the wrong business. I said, what do you mean? Said, you're not in the food business, you're in a real estate business, because he was buying the land, he was renting land out. They're renting land out now. They're buying and renting land out, and banks are giving good loans on the land. But before that, he was just working as just he was renting basically. That's all the story. Okay, I don't know why
Okay,
I took
okay.
so long to explain it. That wasn't
No,
my
yeah,
part of
I
my
get the
question.
idea.
But he okay. So my question is, which business are you in, if you can say it in one word?
Finance?
Finance. So you always see it like as a part of a bigger picture.
Yeah. Yeah. I think when I'm thinking about it, like, yeah, I'm building with a reason. Like, I think people should should have more control over the money, and I think this is a mission at Zyfi. It's like to empower people with like good DeFi yield, secure and optimized and all. And yeah, I'm just thinking like. I'm a part of this really really big block of finance where yeah, people are like more free to interact, and like it's going faster. There are like less middlemen on the in the industry. Like I think it's also the mission of of DeFi, decentralized finance in overall. But yeah, I still think I'm building in that field.
That's a great answer, and I feel like maybe you'll start having ideas while you are answering.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
I felt the thought process, so maybe it will be inspiring for some people as well. So, since you're in a business of finance, what is the one like innovation in finance or in DeFi that actually makes you sad
Which make me sad.
or irritated?
Yeah. I'm thinking about it, but I think yeah the best example is like there is like a lot of people which are like for results and RWAs. This can happen, like shit can happen. Like I mean, I think they are pretty smart people, and that's okay. Like I mean, like shit can happen. It's good for the whole industry. Like this acts are happening right now, just for us to be better and all. But like for the hack of stream finance, which was like deliberately like crazy, and they know that they was doing like some bad stuff. Like they was just displaying like a really high APY, and like people were coming in, they was not like understanding anything. It wasn't like transparent at all. And I think this type of innovation where you're building in decentralized finance and you're not transparent as you should do, like because it's the core values also of the blockchain. I'm not against privacy. I like privacy at all. Like, and we will build a product around privacy. So it's not about that. It's about like being transparent about like what you are doing and why you're putting like users font in. And yeah, I think like this type of acts should not happen again. Like people and like DeFi teams needs to be responsible about what they're doing. It's not just because like you're not doxxed on Twitter or on Telegram that you can do everything anything you want. And yeah, that's mainly the thing I'm sad about.
Yeah, you really became sad when you answered that. I felt it in my
Yeah,
heart.
but
It's a pain of our industry. All right, so I want to talk about your upcoming June participation in Agentic Finance Summit. And since we already have summits, it seems like we have more participants in the industry. And obviously, it's a big trend in 2026.
okay.
All right. So, Paul, in your opinion, which opportunity Web3 founders shouldn't miss in 2026?
Um, yeah, I think I've just said it. Privacy is a big thing. I'm think I'm thinking. So I think like yeah, privacy will be at the middle of like I would say the next cycle or something like this, and people should build into that direction because it's a really cool field. And maybe the other opportunity I'm seeing, but I'm not really sure about it. But a lot of people are talking about it. It's around RWA. It get a lot of adoption lately. I'm just not sure, like, if we are just putting a TradFi into DeFi, which seems like a bit counterintuitive. But yeah, I think it's the next two big things I'm seeing in that field. People need to take a look at. And yeah, no, beside that, I think it's mainly like the two opportunities I'm seeing right now.
All right, appreciate it. And surprise question. I don't know if you've seen the video podcast before.
No, no,
You
no.
get to, you haven't, okay. So you get to nominate someone who will be our
Oh yeah,
next
yeah,
guest
no, yeah, I saw, I
reviewer.
saw, I saw. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I think I have one guy. So his name is Solomon, a DeFi founder of a Stablejack. I met him like in a conference in Paris. He's like really smart guy. He really enjoyed the podcast. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he will enjoy it as I do.
All right, Paul, thank you so much for joining us today. It was a real pleasure. And there'll be a links to Zyfi during the video and should be somewhere here. And the poll should be somewhere here. Please follow us also if you are a founder, you want to become a founder of Web3, because we have real builders that can show their lessons and be brutally honest. So again, thank you, everyone. See you on the next one.
Thank you.